Hey folks, I'm attorney Roger P. Foley. Just driving to work this morning, 7:40 a.m. on a Monday. Wanted to talk to you a little bit about cases that have multiple charges. So I'll give you an example. One example might be a possession of marijuana under 20 grams and possession of paraphernalia, right? A bong, something to that effect. Well, what I'm finding is becoming standard, not standard for me, but standard as far as offers from the state attorney's office, is maybe they'll offer you a withhold of adjudication on the misdemeanor weed, right? However, on the misdemeanor drug paraphernalia, they will offer you an adjudication, meaning a conviction. So what does that mean for you? Well, it means a lot. It's not a good thing. If you have multiple charges and one of them are an adjudication of guilt, that means you can never seal your record. That means you can never expunge your record. Well, let's go a little bit more. Let's say, for instance, you have a felony charge. Now, let's maintain the same thing. We're talking about marijuana, right? Just for this example. Let's say you have felony possession of marijuana, which is 20 grams or over, and a drug paraphernalia charge. So you have a felony and misdemeanor. And your attorney comes back to you and says, listen, I can get the felony dropped down to a misdemeanor. So, of course, mom and dad are like, oh, yes, thank you so much. The client's, happy. But here's the problem, folks. If that felony, when it gets brought down to a misdemeanor, if that drug paraphernalia charge that's accompanying it is adjudicated guilty, meaning you plead guilty or no contest and the court adjudicates you guilty on that charge, then that felony charge that they reduced, you don't really get the benefit of that. You do on your score sheet for the Florida score sheet, but you don't as far as really what's important, and that's what people can see on your record. So even though the attorney was successful in changing it from a felony to a misdemeanor, if you have an adjudication, everyone still sees a felony, because on the clerk of court website, they're going to show that the charge was originally a felony. So anyone that does your background check, right, anyone who looks into your past is going to see a felony possession of marijuana. So how do you fix it? Well, you can't if you accept the adjudication. So if you have no criminal history, right, none, zilch, and your attorney tells you that you're going to be adjudicated on one of the charges, you want to discuss with he or she this problem. You want to let them know, hey, I want to be able to seal my record. I want to be able to expunge my record 10 years after I seal it. And if I get an adjudication, that can't happen. So I'm attorney Roger P. Foley, talking to you a little bit about multiple charges. Take care.